All right, cool. Hey, everybody. This is Josh from True Peak Audio, and I'm setting up my project to do this live stream that we're going to do. So, both Tim and Dan have already done their live stream mixes, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. And so, um, we're not going to be showing the project setup, so I decided to make this video just to go over that in case anybody, you know, likes to see the boring stuff of the project setup. So that way, when we get to, or when I get to the mixing, it's just going to be straight to the mixing, um, and then from there, we all kind of just agreed to do the mix in 3 hours, and we get done what we get done. So anyway, right now I have a blank Nuendo project that I created, and so what I'm going to do is start by loading the tracks in. So let's go ahead and fetch them, and so we're pulling from the Cambridge tracks, so I've just downloaded them, the full multi tracks for a song called Don't Care. And so I'm going to go ahead and put those into the project. So let's do it. Actually, one thing I didn't do was verify what the um, recording format is for these songs. So let me do that real quick. Because if it's going to be 44, then I should probably keep it 44. I right now I do everything at 48, so let me take a look at this. All right, so these were recorded at 44. So let me see. At least I think so. Yeah, I was gonna say since the height range is 22K, 44 is it. So let me change my audio settings. Actually, you know what? That's going to screw up the stream if I change my audio settings. So, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and have it convert to 48. I don't care. It's not going to make a big difference in the end result. But normally I would keep it at whatever was given to me. I just don't feel like resetting up all of the audio and everything for this. So, take two. And I am using Nuendo, which is basically like Cubase, but um, it's more designed for film type stuff. But it'll work just almost identically. So anybody who uses Cubase, it should look really familiar. And of course, that's blowing up. The levels are going to be insane to begin with, but that's fine. Let's see what we have here. We have a whole lot of tracks. You notice I have it at measure 1. I actually have pre-measures configured here by 1 um, because I like to have a little 1 bar essentially pre-roll. Uh, when I'm tracking and doing all those things, so mine actually starts at 0. So I'm going to go ahead and start it at 1 here, as it should be. But that's why I've got this extra 0 bar here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start organizing the tracks into their groups. Now, I've never really heard this song before either, so I'm going to be auditioning some of the stuff as I'm doing it. So, obviously, kick, snare up, overheads, toms, these are all drums. Tambourine's technically percussion, but we'll let it be in the drum group. Actually, maybe not, because we've got claps as well, and I don't want those to be organized with the drums. So I'm going to separate these into percussion and drums. And I'm actually fairly new to Nuendo, so you're going to watch me struggle a little bit here. I've mostly used Cakewalk in the past. So And I've got the colors that I always use. Obviously, this is completely arbitrary. You can use whatever colors you want, it doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. I knew there was a way to add them to a new folder. Yeah, still getting used to everything. And I'm going to be going through each one of these tracks to see what's actually in them. Just sorting them through and coloring them for now. And I actually used to do guitars in orange, but I didn't really like it, and I switched percussion. I think I'm going to flip this around just because I'm used to it. Yeah, that will do it. Okay, so it looks like these are the main groups. So let me move them around. I always put vocals at top, um, and then well, I don't always put bass next, but since bass is a foundational instrument, I like to have it up high. I also like to order my tracks in about where they come in and come out. So it looks like these already are kind of ordered that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the structure of this song. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to chart out where the song changes are. And actually, one thing I should have done is figure out what the meter is for this song, so I can put that in the program here. So let me see if they say that in the description here. Of course not. That's cool. Well, it was probably recorded to grid, so let me just do beat detection on one of these tracks, and we will see what it tells me. And unfortunately, the way my screen is sharing, my monitor is super wide, and I'm only sharing part of it because I don't want to make this impossible to read when I upload it. And that makes it so my menus up here don't show. The window is kind of weird where it forces the top bar to go across the whole monitor. I don't know why. Basically, I'm just having it do tempo detection. And it looks like it's saying it's about 172. Yeah, it jumps around. Let's try 172 and just see what happens. Of course, everything jumped. Derpader. Alright, because of that, I'm going to move everything to the 0 measure. Forget it, we can start at 0, it's fine. Oops, I was talking and I didn't have the mute off. I was just saying let's turn all the volume down on all these first because they're all pretty hot. And unfortunately, I have a really wide monitor, and so I'm trying to make this work in a way that I don't normally do, so it's a little more awkward, but whatever. We don't care about that. Well, that's certainly not right. Alright, so the beat's ahead, so let's try pulling this back to 170. Alright, now it's behind, so the magic number is probably 171. Yeah, safe bet, that's right. I'm getting some crackles, which I think is because I'm sharing my audio with OBS. Hopefully it doesn't screw this up. Unless that's actually in the audio, which would be really weird. Let's see. I have a feeling the sample rate conversion took a shit, and it's crackling, and it's not going to get better, which means Nuendo's resampling engine is not great. Let me just try playing this outside of Nuendo and see if we have the same problem. No, we do not. So what the hell? Let me see. I mean, it shouldn't matter. 512 is way plenty, but